You know, as an interior designer, my thing is that I'm creating a mood.
Yeah.
And the music is part of that mood. Just like the walls, floors and ceilings and all the fittings, it's part of the mood, but the music just finishes off a space. This bowl is called 1977, the year Studio 54 started. You've got to have a lot of tenacity. You've really got to have a lot of tenacity. And oh my God, I've got friends who are musicians, and being a musician, you have to have a lot of tenacity.
Greg, you've written 3 books on design featuring your incredible designs and luxury products. And you've been featured on the front of Belle, Vogue and Wallpaper as well. Unbelievable.
Thank you.
What a career.
Thank you, Catherine.
So OneMusic Australia licenses all businesses for the public performance of music. That's what it's known in the Copyright Act. That can be a business, that could be the local news agent or the corner shop to, you know, a major conference centre. Maybe a couple of points about how music can be used wisely and smartly in a brand or a business team.
I think the easiest way is to create playlists. You can create these playlists yourself, and we've commissioned DJs to come up with playlists. I don't just look at like the store design, you know, I hear what music they're playing as well. For me, it's important for me, for my personality to be in this place. So when the customers come in here, they can really feel me, and it just feels really authentic because we are playing the music, you know, that's inspired so many different things. When you're talking about retail, it's about getting the space right. It's about getting the lighting right. It's about getting the music right. You know, music is that final little thing that really finishes off that space. I know you can't see it, but you can hear it. And, you know, it creates feelings and it evokes emotion. You're
not only a creator, but you're also supporting creators in this whole kind of symbiotic connection. You have a OneMusic license.
I do, which we're very proud about.
And on behalf of creators, thank you for that.
You know, the artists are lucky to have you, that these royalties can go straight to OneMusic and go straight to the artist, and they can keep creating. I started Greg Natale Design in 2001. We started as an interior design practice. Now we also do architecture. After designing wallpaper and rugs and tiles for other brands 7 years ago, I decided to start this. So now we also do products. We have projects all over the world, Sydney, Melbourne, Queensland, and we're finishing projects at the moment in New York and London.
I want to find out first how music's touched you and has influenced you.
So look, in 1984, I was 10 years old and I discovered the New Romantic. I was buying all different types of magazines. I was buying Smash Hits. I was buying Belle. So I was buying all these different magazines, and like all these different influences of music and design and pop culture have really inspired me to be the person I am today. Through film and television, I realized that I loved interior design through the sets I saw, and that I can also express myself through work.
And I know you've got some pieces here that connect your brand to music. Can you show us some?
This is actually called Blitz. So it's named after the famous Blitz Club where all the New Romantics really came out at. And you know what I loved about like the Blitz Club and the New Romantics is the way they put all these different elements together. So here we're putting contrast together. We're putting clear and dark. We're putting clean lines and a round ball. Another huge influence on me is the late 70s. So I'm born in 1974. So I just remember the late 70s. And I also have older sisters. So my older sisters were playing disco music. So I still remember it and I love it. Years later, I discovered the nightclub Studio 54. So that has been a huge influence on me about mood, and also about, you know, things that I've picked up from Studio 54, like the silver and gold logo, which we'll come back to. But this bowl is called 1977, the year Studio 54 started, and it's black. It's got a very clubby feel to it, And like we always do, I always think it's really important to put a signature detail in everything. And we've got this beautiful faceted little detail on the corners, which just give it a bit of point of difference. You know, as an interior designer, my thing is that I'm creating a mood.
Yeah.
And the music is part of that mood. Just like the walls, floors and ceilings and all the fittings, it's part of the mood, but the music just finishes off a space. I mean, you know, I've walked into stores and restaurants where the music is terrible and I've never gone back.
Yeah.
So music for me helps create that immersive element that I'm trying to create in my interiors.
As the Greg Natale brand, what's the future of the Greg Natale brand for you?
Catherine, at the moment, I'm going through like an interesting transitional period where I'm actually reinventing my style. We were very lucky enough to be asked by a new owner of a house I did 12 years ago to come back and renovate the home. The original home was all about lying, and we went totally the opposite and created all these curves. We're doing projects in New York and LA. We're now stocked all around the world. I'm really excited that we just launched in China, in Lane Crawford. So, you know, there's a lot of really positive things happening.
Greg, for anyone considering getting a music license, what would you say?
100%. Get a music license. You want high quality music in your space. You want to support these artists. The royalties go, straight back to all the musicians, which means they can create and they can create more music that you can play in your spaces.